Dale como va, pum, pum. Dale como va, pum, pum.
Oh, he's singing. He's covering a missing person case. How dare he?
Dale como va. What's up? What's up? Okay, so we're back. Right back. I don't know who made it, who did it, who survived, who didn't, who's still lost on the other side. If you guys could hit the like button, I'd appreciate it. We really need a chase. It's been a while since we've had a good chase. And I think chases are kind of dead. I don't even think they really restored, even since the last time where we had a couple. I don't think they've really come back from what it used to be back in the day. So I want to do a poll where as we get started. Yeah, Jamie got me the book stand. I want to do a little poll and we'll get started. Maybe the poll will change after we start talking about this bullshit. Oh wait, no cursing. It's early in the stream. Are you over this story? Let's start out with this first before we even get to the audio and stuff like that, which we will. I saw people talking about this, that Rudy Farias has a talent website. I mean, not a website. It's not his website, but it's like a profile for actors or something. Now let's check this out while we wait for people to join. You guys could re-hit the like button. My name is Rudy Farias the Fourth. People call me Rootster. I'm 14 years old. I go to Queen of Peace Catholic School, where I've been taking drama since I was in 3rd grade. I'm also studying Next Actor Studios at Next Actor Studios here in Houston, Texas, and at Kim Terry Studios here in Houston, Texas, where my brother/father figure first signed me up 6 years ago. And I love every day that I'm here. Everyone at Next Actor Studios have been great, and at Kim Terry Studios, where I'm there, it's my home away from home, and where I can pretend to be someone else for a while just to escape the real world of all the hurt and pain around. My heroes are God First, my big brother and father figure Charles Uristi, my mom Janie Santana, my mom Rosie Rodriguez, which is I think grandma, right? Kim Terry, Jared Pavak, and a bunch of other names. And Bikers with a Cause. First God, because without him nothing is impossible. My brother, because he protected me, loved me, and never abandoned me. He always believed in me, and in anything I did, he loves me unconditionally. And he always told me since I was real little that anything was possible if I just believed and was focused and determined. And even though he had his past to be with our Lord, I still hear his voice and I still believe. And I hope that if my brother is still watching over me, and if he's out there somewhere up above, that I can make him very proud of me someday. Next is my mommy and my mom for always believing in me and for loving me and for always, and for also never abandoning me. Next is Kim Terry from Kim Terry Studios in Houston, Texas, for also believing in me, for showing me that I can learn to trust again, for reaching out to help me when I was afraid, for helping me find myself and helping me see that I do have what it takes to make it in the industry. If I just work hard and believe in myself, she taught me to express myself so that I can pretend to be someone else besides myself, even if it's just for a little while. Kim Terry stuck by me. She never gave up on me, and for that I will always be grateful to her. Next is Bikers with a Cause in Houston. It's kind of hard keeping the small words. Maybe I should zoom in a little bit. All right, maybe that'll help a little bit. We're at right here. Okay, next is Bikers with a Cause in Houston, Texas, for also being there for me, believing in me, and for really listening to me when I needed someone. Next is Quentin Aaron for showing us kids that no matter how bad life seems and no matter how much people hurt you, you can rise above it all if you believe. Next is Island Directs, just because he is so cool and down to earth. Everyone is so important to him, and he will always help you if he can. Next is Jared, who is someone my big brother knew and looked up to, and I grew up to know because of my big brother. And when I finally reached out to him after my brother passed away, he was the exact same person brother always described, even better. He didn't ignore me or turn his back on me. He acknowledged me. He is so cool. That goes for all of them. They all rock. I hope to someday make everyone who has been there for me very proud. Thank you for all your time, patience, and hard work to help me be where I am today. A special thank you to my God, my mommy, and to each and every one of you, because without you, there is no telling where I would be right now. In your own special way, you each played a very important role in my life. I promise to make each and every one of you very proud. I love to act. I'm very comfortable with being in front of the camera. When I'm acting, I feel like I can escape and express my feelings through art of acting, and I can be someone else besides myself. And that has helped me get through this difficult time and painful journey I am on right now. My brother, my family, my friends have always said that I can be funny and dramatic, and without trying, I can say and do things that make people laugh by my words and actions alone. I can also change my voice to sound like different people. My favorite actors are Kim Terry. I love Kim Terry and Sandra Bullock. And I love Wendy Gunkel because she looks like Sandra Bullock's twin. They're both great actors and pretty awesome too. Rebecca Urbis, and also known as Elizabeth Werber. Maurice Bernard, also known as Sonny Corinthos. Michael Sousdo, also known as Juan Santiago, and Steve Burton, also who is Jason Morgan on General Hospital. They are all very talented. I hope that I can someday follow in their footsteps and get deeper into the acting world. I would like to go professional with acting. I'm very excited due to the fact that I have landed my first lead role in a feature film. Thanks to God, thanks to Actor Studios, Explore Talent, and to the director and producer, Mr. Walt Anderson, for making this dream possible. I auditioned and got the role the very same day. We began filming in January. Another special thank you to my big brother and father figure, Charles, also known as Raven, and Mommy, for your love and support, and most importantly, for taking me seriously and believing in me. I love you both. With God on your side, anything is possible if you believe. To my big brother and father figure, I will spend the rest of my life keeping your memory alive, and I will forever follow in your footsteps. I'm trying to kind of rush through it. If I can be half the man you were when you were here with me on earth, I'll feel like I accomplished something great. I'm an extension of you, brother, and will forever be thanks to you. Brothers forever, the Rudster. Education, short resume, 7 years private acting lessons, 6 years of dramatic acting lessons. Theater, Mother's Day play, lead role, and Headless Horseman, smaller role. Okay. Let's see, make sure I have the new chat open so we can start with the audio. Thank you guys for coming back. I appreciate that. If you could hit the like button. Let me see here. Pop this out. Okay. 67% said yes, they're over the story. 32% said no, I love it. You got to keep going. Please don't stop. I don't ever want it to end forever and ever. Laura Wade, thank you so much for the super chat. Hope you're doing well. Oh, maybe not. But hi, Mel Mods, Chapin Away Hospital. Oh, I'm sorry. It feels good to be back. All right. I hope you're doing better now. Hope you're okay. Let's check out. So Grizzly's Hood News posted this 11 hours ago. I have other audio clips that was sent to me that we're going to get into, and then we'll do Court TV. But this here says, Rudy Farias' mom reveals he told Quanell X what HPD denied. Again, Rudy Farias' mom reveals he told Quanell X what HPD denied. So I guess we're back to HPD lied. HPD. Those liars.
The detectives are pissed off right now.
I wonder why they haven't called to talk to him.
What's that?
I said I wonder why they haven't reached out to him.
Well, they're at the district attorney's office right now. My attorney's on his way over there.
Oh.
So, because they called me and I called my attorney. He says, "Let me see what they want." So then he called me back. He says, "I'm on my way to meet them at the DA's office." He says they're going to bring charges. They're going to come down hard on both of you for misleading, for lying, and he said some other stuff.
Oh wow!
And I told him. He says, "And now your son." He says, "Now he's saying that you did those things." When the detectives never heard him say any such thing.
I think that's all should matter, right? If the detectives didn't hear him, like he didn't even give a statement.
No, he didn't give a statement about that, but Quanell says he did.
I know, but it didn't come from like let's say Quanell is saying it, right? But there's nothing written down or signed or paper that Rudy said that, you know? So they would have to prove that he said that.
But Rudy's saying it now. You know, Rudy's changing his story to now he said it.
But he hasn't told nobody else anything.
But he's going to when they ask him, because you said that he's saying that he did say those things, right?
All he said was basically, but I don't know what he plans to say, you know, when they come talk to him. If they come talk to him. If he even wants to talk to anybody, you know?
No, but they're going to talk to him. And they're going to haul him in and they're going to talk to him because now he's an adult.
Yeah.
You know, and he's not traumatized. He's not nothing. You know, he's talking fine, like they said. You know, he's being their exact words were he's very articulate now.
Mm-hmm. What would that mean?
So it says a revealing video of mom stating Rudy Farias did say those things to Quanell X.
Huh?
I was like, I wonder what that means.
I mean that. Thank you. Can I have more ice, please? Thank you. Articulate means like he's talking like a grown professional.
Oh, okay.
You know?
I still don't get that, the whole articulate thing. People are so like, whatever. I guess because they thought he was like I said, I guess they thought he was nonverbal or whatever, but.
So there's no sign of any trauma, no sign of nothing. So now they're saying that he was in on it the entire time.
Yeah, this is supposedly Janie.
He was in, no sign of any trauma, no sign of nothing. So now they're saying that he was in on it the entire time. So,
Oh, wow.
and you know, and I guess what I'm thinking is that the detectives get pissed off because they're saying that he never said that, and now he's going to say that he did when they clearly didn't hear him say that. They said nothing about sexual anything came up.
Yeah.
So it's basically making the police look stupid, you know?
But see, he didn't tell that to nobody but me.
Tell nobody what?
That basically part. Like, he didn't tell, Grizzly and anything.
I had to tell, thank you. I had to tell the attorney that now he's saying that I did that.
Oh.
Because I'm not going to go to prison.
That was it. I have other clips that was sent to me. Sarah sent me some clips. I'm not sure how this is supposed to clear things up. It doesn't clear shit up for me. I'm sorry. Nothing about this has cleared anything up for me. It's very confusing. It's very inconsistent. It's just kind of like, I'm a little kind of like, okay, until police say something, or if Quanell comes and says something, or if Rudy does another statement. But now it's just been this constant like back and forth and confusion type of shit. And it's very just like all over the place. Now, what people are saying is that I guess Rudy, we're going to listen to the other audio. People are saying that, like, I guess he was scared to tell the media or embarrassed. People are saying he's embarrassed to tell the media, which I could understand, I guess. But then to say that nothing sexual happened, if there's ever any kind of trial or any kind of you were on audio saying nothing sexual happened. Or, I mean, you could have just said, maybe I'm not comfortable. I don't want to talk about that. But, like, this is like a mess. It's kind of like just all over the place. Let me see if I can open this with a different media player, because this, let me see, open with VLC. Let's do that instead.
Oh, wow. Yeah, well, he's making them look like idiots on national
Stop, friends. Stop it.
Okay, I'm going to show you guys this one. So Sarah sent me these clips from TikTok. I don't know what's going on, bro. And so there's Janie, and then there's Nikki. Nikki's the person that I believe Rudy is staying with now, the mother's friend. Laura, thank you so much for the super chat. Says much better. Thank you. Great. Amazing. Heaven and Earth, thank you for the gift, the membership gift. Appreciate that.
Oh, wow. Yeah, well, he's making them look like idiots on national
Stop, friends. Stop it.
You know? You don't think that's
Tap
gonna
your
piss
screen
me
twice.
off?
Yeah.
Somebody said if you don't like Grizzy, tap her face. Tap my face then.
Near the house somewhere, but you need to get him out. Because, I mean, at the end of the day, he's still my son. And even though he's lying and making these false accusations, he's still my son.
Yeah.
And,
I guess that's Janie.
you know, I need to protect him. You know,
Now she's with the brainwash. That's brainwash, dude. Y'all know this is like, man, how many of y'all ran game on a baby daddy before? Come on, man. Everybody, when back in my time, I used to be a little conniving with the baby daddy and all kinds of tactics. Come on, man. Game peeps game. Come on now, friends.
if he doesn't let me protect him.
Yeah.
The guys out there.
Okay.
This is Janie, Rudy's mom.
What, if you can get him out, what time do you think you can get him out? Sorry, because I'm all the way in Humble.
Well, I don't even know if it'll be today because V's about to leave to work. I don't have a car.
Okay, what if I have somebody pick you up?
I don't know how. Because it's not up to me, you know, it's up to him. So I want to force him into a car or make him feel uncomfortable. Let me go inside the house and I'll talk to him.
Are you gonna talk? But are you gonna talk? And his head together.
Yeah.
And try to figure out. So can you not tell him that they are there if they show up?
Let me tell you something. Rudy likes him some Grizzy. Man, I'm like, friends, Rudy likes me. And I like Rudy. He's a good dude, man. He's a good dude. He's got some things going on in his mind and stuff, but he loves him some Grizzy.
The audio when I recorded it was out of sync. I don't know if something when I record the audio it's out of sync, so that's why it's like that.
Like I was gonna.
Cops were in the room the entire. Let him know.
Thank you, Nina.
That
Thank you, D.Y.
the cops were in the room the entire time.
Yeah. I'm sure he's seen them.
Huh?
I think I'm sure he's seen them in there. But I'll tell him.
Yeah, let him know that they heard everything he said.
Thank you, Heather.
And they're saying he never said that. So, I mean, he's committing perjury.
Okay.
Okay, can you please call me after? The attorney said right now, and he said to mention it to you. For right now, if you can keep everybody away from him,
Thank you, V.
like Pauline, my sisters, and especially Grizzy, because he needs to get his head.
She said my name. Hold on.
How many more years does she took all these years from him? How many more years is he gonna allow her to take?
So this is Nikki. This is I think the lady that is that Rudy's staying with right now, in front of the mother. And this is a guy on TikTok, Ivan GTV.
You know, and when he told me, see, I was raped at 13, and it took a lot for me to be able to answer to speak about that, you know. So I told him when he was telling me what happened this morning, I tried not to cry. I was like holding myself, like damn, he went through that. He really went through that, you know, like some things he didn't want to share, and I could see it that he was like, I'm not gonna go into detail, but he did. That to hear.
And do you think that's more of him not wanting to go into detail because he wants to protect her? That he's just so. I mean, he's a grown man now. He's older than I am. He's a month older than me. So I mean, I could not imagine having to say that kind of stuff happened to me. So I feel like when a lot of people saw Grizzy's interview, it was more of him like he doesn't want to have to relive that. He doesn't want to have to say what happened.
Yeah, he said, he's like, I trusted Quanell. I didn't know that it was going to be live on media. And mind you, that day that we left the motel, Janie was calling me and I didn't answer her because, you know, me and Rudy were talking and all the kids were there. We were just chilling at the house. She showed up and she came in the house and was like, why are you not answering me? And I was like, oh shit, because I thought she was at work, and she said that they let her go from work because of the whole case. And she was like, well, they told her to come back whenever she was done with the whole case.
Oh, wow.
I'm coming, and then she said, I ain't doing nothing. Like, he'll listen to you. You need to make him change his statement. I was like, I ain't doing nothing. Like, I don't know. I was like, oh yeah.
Was this at the hotel that she was saying that?
Whenever I took him home, but even like, okay, when we left the hotel, he was supposed to go in my truck. She didn't let him come in my truck. She pushed the door closed and told him to go in the black car. So I got in the car with him, and my kid's dad was like, I seen the fear in your eyes. And I was like, because she got a gun. I was like, damn, I promised Rudy.
And he's got a gun. I don't know, bro. I forgot where it says, why help his abuser? Why don't we believe him? The story's all over the place. It's very confusing. Mom let him try shrooms once when he was 24. I don't really know what to think. I'm going to play there's more audio. I'm going to play the rest of it. And I'm going to play the court TV thing. It's it's inconsistent. It's all over the place. You know, and police was there saying one thing, Quanell saying another thing. And then with the Rudy interview, he went with what police said pretty much in that interview. And what they're saying now is that he wasn't comfortable. He didn't want to have to say those things. So then now they're saying he's covering for his mother, which some people believe, and that he's protecting her. And I don't know. So we're back to, again, it's the police lying and everybody else is telling the truth. I don't know. Because, I mean, for people that are, you know, out there like, well, you should speculate and just guess versus what somebody literally said out of their own mouth. So you're crazy if you go off of what the person said verbally on camera, but it's the more logical conclusion that makes more sense is just speculating and just concocting something in my head and like, yeah, this is what it is. It must be this. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it's that linear. I don't think it's that I don't think it's that crazy. Why is it crazy to question it? It came out of his own mouth. So it's confusing. It really is. And then, you know, if they really, I don't know if they're going to press charges or they want to press charges, those statements that he made on video could hurt him. You know?
Something and I've never been like, I was just like, I'm gonna go with him. I'm gonna go with him. I guess we riding together, like whatever she got planned, let's go. And I wasn't thinking of anything else. I was just like, I can't let him go alone, you know?
Well, you wanted to protect him. I mean, what happened when you were 13? I mean, it's obviously a terrible thing that happened to you and him. I mean, but it kind of came full circle. Like you weren't able to help what happened, and now you're able to help somebody that it happened to. So you're a ride or die right there. You're like, I don't know where we're going, but I'm getting in this truck or getting in this car. We're riding. Let's go.
And then we went to a smoke shop, and she bought him vapes or whatever, and he was just like, he was annoyed. You know, he was annoyed, and I was like, she was asking us if we wanted vapes. I was like, I'm good. I don't need no vape. And then she asked my kids, Dad, you need vape? No.
The audio kind of like muted there.
But
oh, we got to talk about
so whenever we get to the
I think Grizzy's coming back. Is she live, guys? Because I don't see her live. So for me to add her to the in 3 different things, I said, to the best of your knowledge, is what Quanell said that Rudy told him true? And she said yes.
Oh, John.
She said yes. She said,
Nikki?
She said, I talked to him. They went to see a forensic doctor, a forensic something this morning. And so her and Rudy had like a long talk this morning, and he told her like he didn't say every detail of everything, but he told her that like this is what happened.
Yeah, I never doubted Quanell. Like that's one thing I never doubted because of what I heard. Like when I was walking in when Rudy's telling them something deep, but you know, I don't want to be all up in the mix. I'm trying to get mom out the room because she kept interrupting them. Mom kept going into that interview, man, like over and over. And I'm just following her because that's the story for me. Like this crazy mom, that's my attention is focused on her.
Yeah.
Dude, that's so crazy.
If anybody recorded anything of that, I know whenever Grizzy wasn't in here, if you can,
He told me that what he said to Quanell was true, that he did say those things. No. He told me he did say those things to Quanell. He didn't confirm if it was true or not, but he told me he said those things to Quanell. And I said,
that's what I'm saying. Okay. Just me looking from the outside. I get it. One person's pointing a finger here, one person's pointing a finger there. But if it's true, if it's not true, I don't know. And then on TV, on video, oh, it's not true. But then it is true. And then the police is not true. After just everybody's pointing the finger. And then, I mean, on the video where I saw, he said, I believe he said it's not going to get any help, which now they're saying he got help. After all this, like pointing back and forth, to me, it's like, okay, the what's left is like, if he's going to get help. Wish him the best. If they're going to press charges, let's see what happens. Even though he said on TV, literally TV, that nothing sexual happened, but now they're saying it did happen. All this like back after a while, it's just like, you know what I mean? I'm not trying to be like whatever. I'm just stating it how it is. It's to put out a confusing message to the public constantly. Back and forth. Maybe you could argue it's not confusing. Anybody that's covered this shit can say it's confusing as hell. I just think it's going to make people kind of like turn away. I really hope the kid gets help. I mean, the guy gets help, you know? It's just very confusing. Janie for sure is crazy. From what I've seen, the stuff that we covered.
He said those things to Quanell. And I said, okay. Because I don't want to dig. I'm not a therapist. I'm not going to pry.
And when they asked him in the interview about what Quanell said, he made it seem like Quanell was embellishing. Rudy, the way he I forgot the exact words. He was talking about people like, I'm paraphrasing, like embellishing and adding when they asked him about the things that Quanell said. So now it's a whole different story. That's what I'm saying. Like, I mean, if people want to keep being pulled, like, okay, here, and then okay, here, and just every day we're going back and forth with this shit. After a while, I stop. I'm like, okay, this is kind of like, I don't know what's going on here. You know what I'm saying?
It's not my business, like that part. Like, that's going to be between him, the detectives, Janie, and God.
Amazing. I don't know, bro. So, let me show this and then we're going to get to Court TV. I haven't watched the Court TV thing, but I heard it was interesting. I'm fed up. And we'll be back here tomorrow talking about it. No, just kidding. I don't know. Nanobots. So this was, I mentioned this yesterday. Houston Police Department aggravated assault, deadly weapon. So apparently Janie had made some sort of police report, I guess. Complainant stated that she was at home when she was hit in the head by an unknown black male. And then complainant stated that she is being followed and harassed by suspect Grizzly Hood News. So she made a report on Grizzly, I guess. Janie's got a gun. Let me show the Court TV thing. And like I said, the way I feel about this now, I wish this kid the best. I'll keep following if some major thing happens, you know? I mean, if something happens where it's like worth covering, but I'm not going to just keep doing this back and forth thing until we get something more, some big update, something official. I don't know, Quanell responds, or the police finish their investigation, or Janie speaks up. But just like the back and forth, we're just going to keep pointing fingers and just keep contradicting for I don't know how many days, weeks, and months. I'm not going to keep that going. All right.
With us here on Closing Arguments, and a story we've been covering this week on this program. when he disappeared, 29th. All of a sudden, he's found. And these are the stories on this show that we would usually celebrate. A missing child has been found alive. It's like a miracle. It's what we hope and pray for in all of these stories that we cover night after night after night. It should have been
There's this case in the algorithm.
Incredible celebration. But it's something way different. First of all, it's really confusing.
Yes.
Because apparently he was never missing.
Oh, Allah.
Never missing. For 8 years, he sort of lived this life in his house with his mother. And what was his mother doing? Why was she doing it? Well, there's allegations that she was making some money from it. You know, fundraisers, GoFundMe, other ways, free trips to visit with other moms with missing children.
That was crazy.
So there's all that. And then there's potential boundaries that she crossed. Remember, her husband had taken his own life, Rudy's father.
It's a wild story.
So
it
she
is
didn't
crazy.
have a man with her, but she did. She had her son, Rudy.
A miracle from God.
Now,
Right?
Quanell X is a local community activist there, and he's the one we've been showing the video with the blanket over Rudy as he's guiding him to get help. He's on the show 2 nights in a row talking about what Rudy told him happened during the course of those 8 years. Some shocking stuff. Take a listen.
It was me and the detective from the police department. HPD was sitting right next.
Speaking to reporters in Houston. KRTK in Houston, doing great work. Getting the story of this young man who I can't understand and I don't know what he's been through in those 8 years. But let's take a listen.
For 8 long years, Rudy Farias says his mother brainwashed him, convincing him that he'd get in trouble if he didn't go along with her nearly decade lie about being missing. And after all that time, he says he's ready to say what really happened. Tell us about what it was like living there. Were you allowed to leave the room? Was she holding you there against your will?
She never locked me in or, handcuffed me or anything like that. I had free will to leave. It just felt like brainwashing, honestly. It just kept confusing me, just the way, she would manipulate me into saying, oh, you're going to get arrested.
Farias was reported missing when he was 17. Police made sure to point out that he was an adult at the time.
Bro, this
he
is
says
so
he may
crazy.
have been an adult, but he felt he had to listen to his mother, the only family he felt he really had or could trust.
She locked me in there pretty much mentally, just that she was my only parent. She was the only person I ever really had besides my brother. So
I'm kind of smirking because apparently, see, Law and Crime is covering this Zav girl shit too. Apparently, oh my God, oh Jesus, the attorney's on there. Oh, it just came out 30 minutes ago.
My brother, I didn't have anybody to teach me how to live, how to have confidence or trust in myself.
His father was an HPD
Oh,
officer
my
who
God.
took his own life in 2014, but they never had a close relationship. His half-brother, who he says was the glue to his family, died in a motorcycle accident in 2011. He says his death took a toll on both him and his mom.
After he had passed away, I just wasn't able to, love myself or anything anymore. I wasn't able to have somebody.
The only thing I was thinking about pretty the other day when I woke, one of the mornings, I don't know, when I woke up and I was thinking about which they're going to talk about this drug thing. I haven't heard it yet, but I heard it's interesting. But if he was on drugs all these years or shrooms and stuff, and the effect that it can have on the mind, mentality, a growing brain, that could be maybe why he talks how he talks. Stories, weird. I'm tired of the back and forth. I really am. Like I said, I wish him the best. It's just we're not getting a kind of official updates. It's a lot of back and forth. And I'm just, like you said, like I said, I'm kind of over the back and forth unless there's some official stuff that comes out or there's okay, he's going to get this and we can do this to help or something like that. But just the back and forth and the inconsistent statements, I'm just kind of
Like a father figure, he was my brother, but I never had a dad.
During the 8 years, he says he rarely left home other than to go to work with his mom. He says an officer pulled him over once when he was driving his mom's car, but says he was told to use a fake name. He says he's been kept in isolation even when family members came over.
It's like I lived in prison. It's like I lived in a fucking jail my whole life. I just wanted to be free. I wanted to have my own job. I just wanted to live my life.
Activist Quanell X made serious allegations last week, saying Farias told him and HPD investigators that his mother sexually assaulted him. Farias says his words got twisted. He says while mother-son boundaries were crossed, he was not sexually assaulted.
I don't know. I used to have to sleep in her bed sometimes. I don't remember why. Boundaries she would push or make me uncomfortable, and I would say stop, and she'd be like, well, why? What did I do? I didn't do anything wrong, you know, and then I would just be like, okay.
The DA's office has declined charges and asked for further investigation. Police Chief Troy Finner says they need to finish that investigation and would not say whether police believe Farias is a victim. Would you call yourself a victim?
Yes, heavily. I just want to live my life, you know. I want to have a family, a job, a car, just a house. I just want to live my life, be happy.
This is so incredibly heartbreaking, but also confusing at the same time. Quanell X said he heard what he heard. Victims of sex crimes, you know, it's tough. It is tough for them to acknowledge things that have happened. We don't know, but right now you hear him saying, no, that didn't happen, but she crossed boundaries.
What does it mean?
He was 18 when he was reported missing. She had given the wrong birth date when she first reported him missing. She reported him as a 17-year-old, but he was actually 18 at the time that he went missing. So he's been an adult all along. So what exactly does all this mean? What does it mean? I mean, did she, let's put the fundraising and the fraud aside for a moment. Just what happened to this young man in terms of what his mother did. Did she break any laws? Did she do anything legally wrong? Did she do anything? Also joining us in the most dangerous seat tonight in between these two guys. Trial attorney, former criminal defense attorney Erica Wilson is with us. And finally, criminal defense attorney, the man with the glasses, in case the lights go out, Josh Schiffer. Okay, this is heartbreaking to begin with, right? Is this heartbreaking?
Well, I think it's heartbreaking, but you have to put a prefix in front of Farias. Put down NE.
What's that mean?
Yeah, I get yeah.
What's NE?
I got you on that. What do you, is there something illegal that happened here? I'm not talking about the fraud. I'm not talking about false report.
What's it mean by NE? To be determined or something? NE acronym. I don't know. I don't know what that shit means.
I'm talking about in the relationship between this mother and her son,
Mama,
who, my goodness, I hope he gets the help that he needs. Did something criminal happen there?
My guess is it did.
What's the crime? What's the potential
stupidity.
crime?
I don't think there's going to be any prosecution for that. Remember Al Capone? They knew who he was. They knew what he did. But what did they get him for? IRS. They got him for taxes. I think they will get her for fraud, but I don't think there's going to be any crime that she is going to be charged with or convicted of as far as what her relationship was with her son.
Daryl's not allowed to turn me into the prosecutor.
Get used to this. They don't let you talk. They don't let you talk. Go ahead.
Don't turn me into the prosecutor during the first bit. I'm here chomping at the fact that this lady needs serious state intervention. Now, I don't know how his status can be effectively evaluated as an adult. It's very difficult to kidnap your own child. If there was any inappropriate...
But he's 18 also.
Exactly. And that's what I'm saying. As an adult, you don't get the same protections as a kid. But if there was testified to sexual impropriety between a parent and a child, I don't know how they do things in Texas, but here in Georgia, that violates a couple of our local laws and traditions. Morally, I'm blown away.
Wait, but let me ask you about that. Parent and child, I get that, right? Does it matter if the child is 18 and is not underage?
Incest is incest.
No longer a child. He is an adult, whether we like it or not, no matter what the circumstances were, he was an adult.
But I don't think that matters, whether or not he was an adult or a child. What she did was wrong. Now, will she be charged? I absolutely believe she will. We don't know the charges. I think some charges will come out once he gets the proper therapy that he needs. You can clearly see by listening to him, he's still kind of in doubt. Like, I still see there's still a little bit of element of brainwashing there. I think once he can get the proper help and we can find out what really happened, then you will see some charges come down the pipe.
And Eric is absolutely right. The investigation this is still, in law enforcement terms, pretty fresh.
Let me throw another variable in here, because Quanell also told us, and a neighbor told us. Do we have the neighbor?
Keisha.
I'm checking.
Keisha.
We have the
love
neighbor.
me?
I want you to take a listen
Are
to
you
what the
riding?
neighbor told us about Rudy and what she observed.
I didn't know he was missing. I really don't talk to a lot of people around here. Just talk to a few neighbors. But I didn't know he was missing because I had just moved back in 2021 when I learned of him. Yes, he told me his name was Rudolph, but call him Dolph for short. And but every day that I saw him, he was never in a sober mind. It was always under the influence of something.
Always under the influence.
Oh, damn.
Quanell was saying that it seemed, from his perspective in his conversation with Rudy, that mom was plying him with drugs, perhaps mushrooms, keeping this kid in some altered state of mind. Does that change the equation here?
Absolutely not. If he was 18 and he took those drugs, those mushrooms, whatever it is that she may have plied him with, he did it voluntarily. There's no thought here of a gun, a knife, but there is an emotional situation. He's old enough to do as he sees fit.
Well,
we may not like it, and I don't, but it's not illegal.
How dare
you?
You
Can't have it both ways. You can't say it was
What's his
emotional
name?
and say he was an adult and he had free will, because emotional distress and manipulation is a very, very real thing. So irrespective of whether or not he willingly, on the surface, appeared to take these mushrooms, his mother was emotionally manipulating him.
How do we know there were mushrooms? We don't have any toxicology report, and we're not going to have one. We have to go with what we have as opposed to what we speculate.
We just went to mushrooms because they're cheap and easy and everybody understands what they are. Just like people in old age homes and jails, this is how you kidnap someone. You drug them up. You take away their ability to make free adult mature choices.
Not about mushrooms, though, bro. Mushrooms for this shit?
By intoxicating them with Lord knows what. That's a neighbor who didn't even know he existed, who then says, yeah, no, but he's there. So clearly he's not missing, and she's letting him go out in the world. But on what condition? Is it possible and illegal for her to drug him for years? Absolutely, and that's a crime.
It's absolutely his decision whether or not he wants to take any drugs, if there were any drugs. And we don't know that. Again, we're speculating. He would have to testify. Somehow or another, we would have to have independent testimony as to what happened. This is crazy. It's horrible. But I don't think we've got a crime there. I think we've got the other way. If they know she did it, they'll find a way to get her for fraud, for the fundraising, etc.
Final word.
It's still a crime. And if I buy what you're saying for $1, even if he took it voluntarily, that still didn't give her the right to be sexually inappropriate with
So
him.
you notice how Daryl will never look at you when you're arguing.
I don't got you.
Lord almighty, bro. I don't know, man. Yo no sé. The whole thing is speculation. Nobody knows, bro. Nobody knows. Besides Janie and Rudy, and I don't know any other close, maybe not even the family really know. I don't know. Janie and Rudy. It's all speculation, man. I don't know. And the cops, are they really investigating? I don't know. What are they investigating? Maybe they'll get around some fraud charges, and that's it. Videos found these crazy. Makes this even more bizarre. Oh, I can't watch this on. It's deeper than we thought. Let me see something. Hold on a second. Who did this? Christina Randall. Hi, everybody. Be nice. I already saw this video from 2012. The 2012 video? Okay. I saw that already. Let me see the other video. Oh hell no, this crazy chick. Send me a clip to this other person. That's crazy. Christina's cool. I'm talking. She sent me a link to somebody else. Gypsy, thank you so much for the super chat. It says Keisha, she know Rudy, she ain't lying. I guess that's it, man. So I can't see myself continuing the roller coaster unless some major thing comes. But if like these little bits that are just tossed around the internet and we have to go to 5 different places to catch them and like collect it and stuff, I'm not gonna be. I mean, thanks to Sarah that said it to me. If there's something concrete that comes out or something more or whatever, I'll definitely cover it. And I wish him the best. But who knows? The way this shit's spinning, who knows? We come back tomorrow. Hopefully he gets help. I don't know if they're gonna be able to charge her on something. I don't know what kind of investigation they're doing. But I'm not the type like when somebody keeps telling me a story and the shit's just changing and changing and changing. Even in my own personal life, I just stop listening after a while. Like I'm not gonna. Oh, today's this, then next hour it's that, then tomorrow it's that, and I'm just supposed to keep listening to this shit and just believe it. Like I don't know. Especially if somebody doesn't want help. Because when I saw that video yesterday about not wanting help, I guess, so it's kind of like, okay, I guess. I don't know. Flight risk. Michael Burham. Yeah, I appreciate you guys, man. What about the Idaho 4 new documents? What documents? I'm not doing that. Definitely not doing that tonight. But I've seen some Idaho 4 stuff come out. But even with the Idaho stuff, I'm kind of like, all right, let's get the trial. You know? I don't know documents. What Idaho 4? If they even give us the trial, University of Idaho. They talk about the demolition. University of Idaho puts demolition home where students were killed on hold. I'm not sure what documents came out, but even with that story, I'm just ready for the trial. Kind of. I know there's been delays and things have been coming out and stuff like that, but I know they said he wants a speedy trial now too. Speedy trial clock, that kind of stuff. Gives me the show Dallas. I watched. What was I watching? I've been watching Black Mirror when I have a chance. And the last one I watched was that guy that got into a car accident checking his cell phone, and I think his wife died or something. He was at fault. I think he killed the other person too. And then he got really upset and he starts chasing after the company that made the app that he was checking and stuff. And he just wanted that guy's attention. He was just desperately seeking his attention. Give us the real story. Let's go to court. Yeah. I don't know. I really do wish the guy the best. I hope he gets the help he needs and guidance that he needs. It's very odd that police said they didn't hear anything of sexual abuse. Quanell says he did. Then Rudy said he didn't say anything like that, and that's not what he told Quanell. Then they're saying, well, he did say that. He's just afraid. And so, okay. All right. I don't know. As somebody from the outside, I don't know what else to do from there. You know. Mandy L, thank you so much for the membership. Appreciate that. Yeah, they want a speedy trial. Speedy trial. So, okay, I guess that's it for today. Tonight, so I'm gonna chill. New docs or procedural stuff. Okay, yeah, I'm not gonna be doing that procedural stuff. Tonight I might do the Discord thing again. The last couple of nights we've did Discord and watched a little bit of News Nation and hung out on members. It would fill up if I did public. I can't do public because we have so many people there. I have so many people there. So I think tonight again at 9 p.m. we're going to do that on Discord to listen to News Nation to see They have another segment going on. I guess they're going hard. And then that's it. I think my mother's supposed to come over in a bit. I got to get dinner going. And I'm going to chill. Oh, and I guess tonight, if I have time, I'm going to work in that video I told you guys about. Oh, the Tiny thing. Good question. Ari says, you still talking to Tiny? I'm not honestly sure what's up with that situation. The last time I spoke with her, let me see. I have talked to so many people. I got to scroll down. I've offered her multiple times. She said she was working, and then at one point she said she was a bit overwhelmed. She said that I'm going to send all the screenshots to my email so I can print them. I said, okay, no rush, take your time. Said I found the screenshots. I said, okay, great. And I said, whenever you have time to talk, let me know. And she never wrote me back. So, if she wants to, all I was doing was just offering a platform. So if she wants to talk, great. If not, that's fine too. I have no problem. Especially with like interviews and stuff, I really don't chase after people because we have so many things that we're doing. So on her time, if she wants to, great. If not, great. Less work for me. I have no problem not talking either and just moving on. So yeah, I haven't really heard back from her. Lately, that Treviso case, I heard it's really interesting. I'd like to cover it if they do a trial. I've been wanting to cover that story too. What am I cooking? I have this ground beef. Not ground beef. I have beef chunks that I need to cook because I took it out the freezer last night and I put it in the fridge. I don't know if my mother's still going to come. She said she made some food that she was going to bring. I don't know if it's too late. I'll see if she comes though, because then I'll still have to cook that meat because I don't want it to go bad. But oh, they text me to the videos. Yeah. You're doing nachos? I love to do nachos. It's been a long time since I've done that. Nachos are good. Get some the chips, or I used to do sometimes the ground beef. Get the ground beef cooking, then you put it inside the chips. You put some cheese and you throw it in the oven and broil. Get the cheese melting. That sounds good. Am I a good cook? I think I'm all right. It depends. I make some really gangster burgers. I love eggs. I love cooking steak. I'm all right. I'm not like an amazing cook or anything like that. Just season up the meat. That's what I'm going to do. Season up the meat and throw it in the air fryer. That's it. I need some sides though, but I'm going to do that. I'm going to do a little bit of cleaning. I'd like to get that video done tonight. I'm still on detox, doing amazing. Still trying to work on my sleep. They approved the manhunt video. Amazing. I can't tell you how I make the burgers. I can't tell you. Tengo arroz con habichuela, pollo guisado, con maduro, y ensalada. That sounds good. Amazing. All right, I'm out of here, man. Thank you guys so much. The stream was pretty short, so if you missed out, just rewind it. It was a pretty quick stream. I did 3 streams. I am going to CrimeCon. Are you still coming to CrimeCon? Yes, I'm going to CrimeCon. I don't have a wife. I don't know why people think I'm married. Angelina, I'm single. Never been married. Angelina says, did you see Plunder mentioned you? She said Zach Girl should apologize for her part. I saw a friend of mine text me and told me that she mentioned me, and I skipped to the part where she mentioned me, and that was it. It was nice. I didn't watch the video though, but Plunder did a video. Yeah, everybody's doing a video on that situation. Garlic steak bites. Ooh, that sounds amazing. Garlic steak bites. All right, guys. Love you. I'm out of here. Bye. Bloop, 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 bloop.